Feldy will bring it up into the front court. Man-to-man D by the Kernels. Still out front is Campbell on the side, looking for some help. Breaking by Marty Ford will take it out to the top. Todd Sprang really hounding Jay Elwine all over the floor. He's going to try and live right in his uniform here tonight if he can. Campbell, free throw line, cut off. Ryan Miller on him now, comes back to Elwine out front at the point. Huron being patient here. Mitchell with good, tough man-to-man defense, working hard. Campbell still out front. Colonel fans showing their approval of the defense right now. Elwine to the left elbow free throw line, off to Campbell. He's going to go baseline, cut off there, passes back out front. With it, Elwine goes left side. We're going to get a foul on the drive. Hold will be called on Ryan Miller. Well, that was about 43 seconds worth. Right there, pretty good defense, but also good patience by Huron, something that Coach Tom Reed will be happy about. Foul on Miller on the drive. Huron throws it in from underneath. In the lane, Moores drives, goes up and down with it, jump ball, and it will belong to the Mitchell Kernels. Good defense inside by Mitchell. Moores took it right to the hole, but Jared Anderson was there to block the ball back at him, and so no score, and Mitchell will go out offense for the first time. Sprang will bring it up to the front court. Looking inside, Anderson trying to post up, so the ball comes to 30 and front. The man match up on Campbell down the low half court. They're on top, they open him for the three. Now they'll go down, Anderson on the rebound. So what's the traveling ball? It's going to be visible. Maybe Anderson on the couple of feet, got knocked out of the ball. Campbell working on Feldy, and we're going to get a hold on Feldy. Campbell, great ball handler. Feldy's got speed too, but out front, all these guys are tough to handle one-on-one. Feldy picks up his first second team foul on the Kernels. Huron will throw it in from side court, right near the Kernel bench. He'll get it into Jay Elwine out front, the 6'1 senior. Again, sprang on him. Elwine spins to the free throw line. Pass underneath the right. Goes up and lays it in. Huron has a 2-0 lead. Nice feed inside. Campbell will come to the top, still working on the dribble, penetrates to the free throw line, cut off there, needs some help out front, ball knocked loose, Sprang knocked it loose on the floor, Feldy knocks it back to him, here comes Sprang on the rim, 4 and 4, right side, Campbell not travel with it. Take the shot, nobody helping underneath, but just shuffled the feet and got the turnover on the right wing. Campbell right side, to the right elbow free throw line, jumper good. Neil Campbell with his first basket. Campbell has scored only 10 and 6 against the Kernels in the first 2 matchups. And he's been throwing up to this through, Daniel. He gets the front court, past the hand court, free throw range, Jared Anderson with it. Everybody moves there, that's the second, that's the end of the year, Ryan Miller has to reverse. Here's one of the great grab. And on the shoulders like that man, and he got inside with the first hit break, and off the front of him, but over it to the other. The first lead here with Sam on hand to go in the first quarter. As we're tied at 4. Ryan Miller 6 and 6 for 5. Campbell brings the ball up the floor. Feldy on it. Campbell taking it left side on the dribble. Bounce pass down to Elwine, left corner. Trying to work in on Sprang. In the air, side of the lane. Put it up. No good. Rebound control by Ryan Miller. Gets it out to Sprang. He comes up the middle of the floor. Back to Miller. Into the corner to Jared Anderson. Looking inside. Can't find anybody. Clears it back out to Miller now out front. Kernels by 1, and they have a left side, they're pushed away, but Miller's there to pick it up, goes baseline, and on his leg, and out of bounds. Campbell will bring it across with 4:20 to go in the first quarter. Off to Ryan Moores, who's been really quiet so far. Back to Campbell out front. Takes it right-hand side. Gives it up to Marty Ford. Pass into Campbell's side of the lane. He'll go with a 10-footer. Count it. Neil Campbell. He's got 4. And Huron has the lead back at 6-5. And now Coach Gary Munson yelling out some instructions here as Todd Sprang brings it up into the front court. Wants to set the offense. Sprang will go left-hand side. Penetrates in the lane. Gives it a Riddle. He's open from 12 feet. Can't get the shot to go. Here's the lead to Campbell. 3-on-2. Alley-oop underneath for Moore. Can't hold on. Sprang comes away with it. He's going to be fouled by Jay Elwine from behind. Sprang got the rebound, and Elwine just kind of took a little swipe at the ball from behind, and the foul called by Rick Bromer. So Kernels will get it back. Al Huron had a nice 3-on-2, maybe got a little bit too fancy on that exchange. As on the floor. 16. Huron with the lead. To Feldy at the top. Feldy takes it around left-hand side. Still loose on the floor. Still inside the line. Out of that. Somebody hit his arm, but no whistle either way. Here we go. Moore's on the side. Jump ball. He's blocked by Jared Anderson. It'll be Huron's ball, but boy, that is the second nice defensive play by Jared Anderson on defense. Here comes Dan Anderson in now for the Kernels. Chad Feldy will go out. 6-5, Huron. Very low scoring, defensive game so far. They're working extremely hard. Ford will inbound from underneath. Way out front. Anderson knocks the ball away, but Campbell's going to beat him to the ball. Now, taken away. And the Kernels got lucky because there wasn't a foul called when they got the Kernels are letting them play. 7-6 Kernels. Campbell with a long one on the way. No good. Ball tipped in the corner. Mitchell's got it. Here comes Sprang into the front court. Gets control of the ball. Pass left side. Knocked away. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Mitchell down to foul. This is exactly what Mitchell wants to do. Right here. This is where Huron beats themselves. They are starting to come down the floor, throw one fast, long top balance shots. And if I'm Tom Reed, I'm saying this is not what I want to do. Because if they can get into a half-court offense, they'll get things done. If they're not shooting well, they can get themselves into big trouble doing that. Left-hand corner, Miller for a 3. Good! Kernels lead 10-6. In the first quarter. Campbell will bring it across. Danny Anderson on him out front. Leaves it right side. Elwine, bounce pass into Moores. Moores driving on Riddle, pulls up from 8 feet, good. Ryan Moore just backed off, banged into Riddle, and then faded away and hit the nice jump shot from the right baseline. 10-8, the Kernels by 2. And as I said, the officials are letting them play. It's physical. Here's a pass underneath. Sprang gets it off to Dan Anderson, goes up, grabbed on the arm. Moores is going to get the foul, I believe, and it'll be 2 shots for Dan Anderson. Nice pass, though, from Todd Sprang.
That's great. Yeah, that's a great play. As they set a back pick that time, and Sprang took it strong to the hole, but he got double teamed when he got down to the block. Nice bounce pass across the lane to Danny. Took it strong to the corner. Couple foul shots.
Now number 40, checking in, that's Kurt T. Haven, the outstanding sophomore player for Huron, 6'3" sophomore, into their lineup. And at the free throw line, Dan Anderson puts it up, and no good, off the back. Well, we talked about Ryan Miller being held down here last game. He has got 8 of the 10 Kernel points in the first quarter. Kernels lead by 2. Anderson's second shot, again no good. Ryan Tim has the rebound out of there. In fact, that last foul went on Ryan Tim. Huron's 5'11" senior guard. Here's Elwine, 3, left side, he's got it. Jay Elwine gets free, and he can bang him in from all night out there. Kernels have been in his face pretty well, but there's his first basket of the night. In 11-10, Huron with the lead back again. So they erase a 4-point deficit. Riddle, right side, Jared Anderson with a jumper. That's good. So both sides hitting the basket. 12-11 Mitchell with a minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Into the front court, Elwine out front. Campbell with another 3. No good. High bounce off the boards. They go to the floor. We're going to get a traveling call. How many times have I said they're letting them play?
Holy cow.
Oh, my. Jay Elwine got his feet tangled up. He just got knocked to the floor underneath the basket, and they called him for the travel. You better be ready to take a few elbows in this one.
Yep, Wimp's not allowed on this floor, I guarantee you.
12-11, Mitchell with the lead. Riddle goes to the left corner to Dan Anderson. Pass back inside, Jared Anderson fakes, goes up side of the lane, off the glass, can't get it. Tipped up by Dan Anderson, won't stay. Ball out of bounds. Who's ball? Huron. The last touch by the Kernels underneath. Minute 6 to go in quarter number 1. This has been a ball game here in this first quarter. 12-11 Mitchell. Plays a little bit here. He trots it up into the front court. Sprang on him. Elwine penetrates free throw line. He's going to get the foul. He got just a little bit by Sprang. Sprang gave him the hit. And the foul called there. That'll be the third team foul on the Kernels. First on Todd Sprang. Under a minute to go. 57 seconds. Huron throws it into Campbell out front. Both teams have 3 team fouls. Ryan Tim inside, leaning into the basket is going to be DeHaven. They're going to call a foul on the floor as he got Jared Anderson to leave his feet, go up in the air. Nice fake by DeHaven. Was not on his way to the basket, so it'll be ball out of bounds to Huron underneath. Just under 50 seconds to go now in the first quarter.
Well, DeHaven's been kind of an unsung hero for Huron when they played Mitchell. 10 points the first time they played up at the Corn Palace. Not a lot of points last time here, but he gets some other things done for him.
There's Moores. He traveled out at the free throw line. He got the pass. He wanted to fake and then go to the hole with it. He took that extra step. So Mitchell will get the ball back with 43 seconds to go in the first quarter and still up by 1, 12-11. The big crowd has not been cheated here in the first quarter. Riddle, left-hand side to the free throw line. Gives it off to Sprang on the right wing now. Sprang penetrates free throw line. Pass goes to Dan Anderson. Underneath the Riddle, he'll fade away with a jumper. Good. That was a tough shot. Spinning jumper by Mike Riddle. 22 seconds to go in the quarter. 14-11. The Here comes Campbell on the run. Pass left side. DeHaven. Jumper, no good. Rebound Ryan Miller with 12 seconds. Into the front court he comes. 9-8 at the free throw line. Gives it off to Sprang. 5 seconds. 4. Miller with a long 3. Won't go. Rebound Riddle. Knocked out of his hands. The buzzer sounds. That's the end of the quarter. Excellent basketball game, and at the end of 1 quarter, the score, Mitchell 14, Huron Aberdeen at the end of 1. Both teams shooting over 50% here in the first quarter. We'll get them to you in a minute as Kernels go on offense. Ryan Miller double teamed in the corner, and they slapped them all away. Here comes Moores. Lead pass to Elwine, fouled, and he scores. Nice pass from Ryan Moores, and Elwine had enough strength to get it up and in. He was fouled down at the right side of the basket. He'll go to the line to shoot. Well, let's take a look at those stats quickly. At the end of 1 quarter, Mitchell was 6 of 11, 55%. Huron was exactly 5 of 10 for 50. Pounds 5-4 in favor of Mitchell. And the turnovers even at 6 apiece, so very even. Free throw missed by Elwine. Ball knocked loose in the corner, and it's going to be Mitchell basketball, and the Huron fans didn't like that call. So it's 14-13. The Kernels by 1. Mitchell will have the ball in the backcourt. We're going to see a substitution here. Matt Severide will come in, the junior guard. Played quite a bit for the Kernels in that Brandon Valley game. Severide's got great speed, great ball handling ability. And getting more playing time, as Coach Gary Munson is accustomed to do with his juniors toward the end of the year. Right-hand side, Riddle. We'll go down to Dan Anderson in the corner. Bounce pass into Jared Anderson. Back to Dan. Drives baseline. Hold on. We got a bump and a foul as he went along underneath. Against Huron. Came on the drive. No basket. No shot there. Foul is going to go on Kurt DeHaven. That will be his first of the game.
Nice two-man play that time, right-hand side. And they played a little catch in and out from Danny Anderson to Jared Anderson. Jared got it on the block and gave it to Danny, cut into the basket. Nice play.
Severide will throw it in. Comes out front all the way around to Riddle at the points. Now right side, Dan Anderson. Dribbles it back out front, gives the ball to Severide. We're just underway with the second quarter. Kernels have a 1-point lead. Severide making a move to the basket. Dishes to Riddle. Baseline jumper, no good. Rebound, Severide goes in to get it, but I think he stepped on the line. Yep, it'll be Huron's basketball. Well, a good hustle by Severide. Came all the way from the top of the key to go down and get that rebound, but as he landed, his toe was just on the line. Huron will throw it in backcourt. Mitchell's going to keep on some man-to-man pressure here. Elwine will bring it up. Severide with a bump as they cross the center court line, and there's another foul. Well, they're calling those close both ways, out in the open court. But you get inside that lane and under the basket, no blood, no foul. But it's equal both ways, and can't complain about that. This is the way the ball game's being called. Out front, Campbell will leave it for Elwine. Back to Campbell on the left wing, starts a drive, pass down to the baseline, and inside goes DeHaven, feeds the ball off to Elwine. Well, looked like DeHaven ran right over the top of Miller, but no call there. And a basket by Ryan Tim. I said Elwine, Ryan Tim will get it. 15-14 Huron. Dan Anderson in the corner. Into Jared Anderson. Goes around DeHaven, fouled, and it almost went in, but wouldn't crawl over the rim. Jared Anderson will go to the free throw line.
Well, the Kernels ran that two-man game again with Danny out in the corner and Jared on the block. And last time down the floor, they gave it to Danny cut into the hole. This time, Jared just left DeHaven in the dust, made a nice spin move, took it to the hole, got fouled, and he couldn't get the shot to go to the line to shoot a couple foul shots.
DeHaven complaining that Jared Anderson gave him the elbow, and he did.
To be honest, yeah.
Tough luck. You got to play ball, son. That's the way it's going tonight. Jared Anderson's free throw is up and no good. He'll have another one coming. Kernels trail by one, 15-14, 6:41 to go in the first half. We're not in Washington anymore. Second shot on the way by Anderson, no good. Rebound, Dan Anderson puts it up. That falls off. Oh, boy, nice offensive rebound, but couldn't get the layup to go. Here comes Ryan Tim up the floor to Campbell, right-hand wing, side of the lane. Moore's hacked on the arm, and whoa, it almost went in. Oh, boy, that ball went all the way around the rim, spun, and just fell off of there. And Ryan Moores will go to the free throw line for a couple. Foul will be on the Kernels, their sixth team foul. And here comes Todd Spring checking in. And here comes some balloons down on the floor. Hey, all right. Down at the far end of the floor at the free throw line. Well, it must be getting warm in here. I think they deflated themselves up on the ceiling, and they came down. So before we shoot the free throws, we'll take care of that. Spring will check in for Matt Severide. The foul on the Kernels, and it went on Brett Thieler, and that is the first on Thieler. The Kernels have Dan Anderson along with Thieler, Jared Anderson, Ryan Miller, and Todd Spring on the floor, and we're getting something squared away here for Huron. Spencer White's going over to the dressing room. Wonder if he got a little cut there, huh? Yep, must be. So they're going to go and patch that up for Spencer White as Ryan Moores goes to the line. 6'4" senior, puts it up, and no good. Still a one-point game. Moores averaging 15 points a game. He's got 2 points here tonight. Elwine leads with 5. Campbell is 4. Second one by Moores on the way. This one is good. 2-point Huron lead at 16-14. So they've come out here and scored the first 5 points of the second quarter. Sprang brings it up for the Kernels now. 6:20 to go in the half. The Jared Anderson free throw line. Being hounded out there by DeHaven. Bounce pass to Thieler on the right wing. Now off to Sprang. Miller trying to post up. They get it into Ryan Miller. Fakes, goes up, rolls it in. 10 points now for Ryan Miller in the ball game. 16 all. Little bump in the backcourt. Dan Anderson and Neil Campbell, but no foul called there. Campbell brings it up, and he'll work the right-hand wing. Still, he's clearing everybody out. He's going to take the baseline. He scores.
Well, that was a mismatch right there on defense for the Kernels.
I was just going to say, like Neil Campbell knew, I can beat this guy to the basket and get out of my side here, and I'm going to go to the hole, and he did. Got that first step on Danny Anderson. Took him to the hole. 18-16. Huron, high 2. Anderson bounced pass to Ryan Miller. Fakes once, twice, goes up, foul. He'll go to the line for 2. Foul, I think, on DeHaven. We'll make sure he and Campbell were both there. No, I think it is on Campbell. Yeah, it is on Campbell, so that'll be his second. And now here comes Spencer White back in. And Curtis DeHaven, the sophomore, will come out. Ryan Miller will go to the line. He has made one and missed one there. First one on the way, no good. Kernels are not shooting free throws. 1 out of 6 is all here so far. And any kind of big game you go into, you got to shoot free throws. Second one is good. 11 for Miller. It's a 1-point game. Huron leads 18-17. 5.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Boy, it just seems that the Kernels shoot outstanding from the line or very, very bad from the line. And let's hope it's not a very bad night at the line.
Elwine, nice penetration of the lane, but he can't get the shot to go. Went right around Sprang, but the ball wouldn't fall for him. Here comes Sprang on the run. Pass to Jared Anderson. Goes to the hole. Scores. Good break by the Kernels. Jared Anderson with a second basket. Nice assist to Todd Sprang. And Mitchell is back out in front by 1. What a great game. Back and forth we go. Campbell inside to White. Back to Campbell for 3. No good off the back. Rebound tipped in the corner. Out of bounds off of Todd Sprang. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's Huron's ball. Jeff Wilbur pointed the wrong way. Thought I saw him saying White all the way, but he had pointed to the Mitchell end. So it's going to be Huron basketball. And that's the correct call because Sprang was the one that tapped it out right at the Kernel bench.
And Sprang got fortunate to pick up his third personal foul, went over the back, and didn't get a call on it.
Out front, Campbell, free throw line. Elwine with a jumper, won't go off the right side, but he hustles over to the corner and picks it back up. Huron still got it. Now Campbell in a walk out front. Campbell trying to set up for the shot, but took the extra step. We've seen that 4 or 5 times already in the ball game. Little anticipation, not only by Huron, but also by Mitchell. You're in such a hurry to get things done. You're taking the walk. New player coming back in. Marty Ford will check back in at the guard for Huron. Ryan Tim, the 5'11" senior, will go out. Mitchell by a point. They own the ball. Todd Sprang will bring it across. Sets up out front, goes right side to Thieler. Now to Ryan Miller. Thought about the 3. Instead gives it up to Jared Anderson on the right-hand side. Anderson looking underneath. Danny Anderson trying to post up. Can't get him the ball. Hands it off and sends to Sprang. Back to Jared Anderson. Thought about the shot. Doesn't want it. Goes to Thieler. Now left-hand corner. Ryan Miller. Back out to Jared Anderson. Free throw line jumper. Fading away. No good. Thieler on the rebound. Puts it up and in. Nice offensive board by the sophomore. But Thieler. Mitchell by 3. 21-18. Here comes Elwine flying up the left side of the floor. Now he'll put on the brakes. Hands the ball behind him to Marty Ford. Ford lob into Moores. Back to Elwine. The 3 blocked by Ryan Miller. Here comes Miller out of the run. Elwine to beat. Goes up through. Miller blocks the shot and scores at the other end. And Mitchell leads by 5. 23-18. 3:45 to go in the first half, and the Mitchell fans are up and yelling. Neil Campbell out front. Whistle, and we're going to get a hold away from the ball on Todd Sprang.
Well, I'm not going to say a homer call, but I'll tell you what, Spencer White with a big moving pick that time. Sprang tried to get around the pick legally. Spencer White just moving out there about 5 feet away from the lane. Sprang's going to get the call to third. Well, that's very questionable. I'll be nice.
I can't say because I didn't see it, so I'll make no comment. Elwine will go to the free throw line.
Trust me.
7 fouls, I should say, on the Kernels, so this will be 1 and 1. And it's up and off the back, no good. Rebound, Matt Severide back in, has it out front. He'll push the ball into the front court. Right side to Ryan Miller. Back out front to Severide. Mitchell by 5. Trying to extend it to their biggest lead of the game here. Severide penetrates right side to Jared Anderson. Whoop, he had a foot on the baseline, and he knew it just as soon as he caught the ball. He took a look down. And he would have probably been open from about 12 feet away. Well, 8 turnover on Mitchell. That department's been even all night. 9 turnovers against Huron. So still, Kernels by 5. We approach 3 minutes to go in the half. Marty Ford will give it up to Ryan Moores. Now to Campbell, right elbow of the free throw line. Left side of Ford. Ford looking inside, gets it to Elwine, reach over the back on Severide. Severide has a couple, Sprang has a couple, and there's good reason because they're trying to stay with Jay Elwine, and he's working hard without the ball to get his hands on it. And he'll go back to the free throw line here again. Huron, like Mitchell, not shooting very well. They're only 1 of 4 free throws. Elwine puts it up good this time. He's got 6 points. Ian Campbell have 6. For the Kernels, Ryan Miller has 13. Anderson and Riddle have 4 apiece. Kernels by 4. Second shot by Elwine is good. Kernels by 3. 23-20, exactly 3 minutes to go before half. Severide will bring it up. Sets up at the point. Looking right side, can't find anybody. Needs some help, goes into Jared Anderson right at the free throw line. Out front, Miller with a long one straight on, no good, but he's fouled out there. Marty Ford and they may call this after the shot. We'll have to wait and see. It'll be the 7th foul one way or the other. And I think they're going to give him 3 shots. At least that's what I saw from Rick Gromer there. Very late whistle as Miller went up with a shot, came down, and then went to the floor as Marty Ford banged into him. But we will have shots here for Miller. First one is up and rolls no good. Comes off the foot. Well, on the free throw line now, make it 2 out of 8. Second shot by Miller, good. He'll have a third one coming. 14 points in the first half for Ryan Miller. A little bit different than the last time the Kernels played up here. Third shot good, so he got 2 out of 3. Mitchell is back up by 5 again. So this is twice they've held the 5-point lead. Huron led by 4 in the first quarter. Into the front court comes Ford, leaves it for Elwine. Off a pick from Ford. No shot to Campbell out front. Neal trying to work on Dan Anderson to the free throw line. Pass underneath to Spencer White. Looked like a foul. No foul called. White puts it in. We said they're letting them play. A lot of banging going on. 25-22. Mitchell's lead cut down to 3. 2:15 on the clock. Severide to Miller. We got a foul away from the ball. Dan Anderson, I think. He tried to set the screen for Miller, and that's where the foul was called down near the baseline. Are we going to shoot here or not? Yeah, we will shoot. So we'll come down to the Huron end of the floor, and they'll have a chance to close to within 1 point here now if they can get both ends of the 1 and 1 to go down. Looks like it's going to be Marty Ford. Yep, and we'll go to the line. Ford only averaging about 5 points a game. He's not a big scorer. He's out there for defensive ability, ball handling ability. Averages 5, and he's only scored 2 points combined in both games against Mitchell this year. His free throw is no good. Moore's on the rebound, but has it ripped away by Dan Anderson. Gets it off to Matt Severide. Now to Feeder in the front court. Stops on the wing. Back out to Severide. 2:05 to go in the half. Mitchell by 3. Severide again to Feeder, left-hand wing. Looking into the lane. Can't get it to Jared Anderson. Comes out front to Ryan Miller. There's a pass to Anderson. Wheels. Scores. Foul. Spencer White will get the foul. Good move by Jared Anderson. 6 points for Jared, and a chance for a 3-point play, and a chance to give Mitchell a 6-point lead if he can get this free throw to go down with 1:56 to go in the half.
Well, that's a great play by Mitchell. You spread the floor. Anderson's got a lot of quickness against White. White's a bigger guy physically, but Anderson's got the quickness. Just made a spin move, turned, scored, and the three-pointer's up and good. Got the 3-point play with the free throw.
28-22, the Kernels. Biggest lead. Into the front court will come Campbell. Goes right-hand side. Ford, way out on the wing. Elwine breaking by, can't get him the ball. Goes back to Campbell out front to the free throw line. Up with a jump shot. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound, Jared Anderson. Out to Severide, picked off by Campbell. Drives inside, misses the layup. White on the follow will score. Well, that was a heads-up play by Neil Campbell. He saw that outlet pass. He smelled it out all the way. Stepped right in front. Picked it off, and even though he missed the shot, Spencer White got the foul to go. And it's a 4-point Mitchell lead. Right side, Dan Anderson. Down in the corner to Feeder now. Passing Jared Anderson. Banging going on. Oh, they're going to call a double dribble. 1:13 to go. Dan Anderson had to change hands, and he touched it with both there after he kind of got knocked off balance a little bit at the baseline. Now Huron can cut it down to 2 again. Campbell brings it across with 1 minute on the clock in the first half. Great basketball game. Moore's out in the corner. Bounce inside to Elwine. Goes up, scores, and he's fouled. Counted. Well, that's the second time Jay Elwine has done that. Hanging in the air, getting the foul, and putting enough art on the ball to get it up and kiss out the glass and go in. And now 9 points for Jay Elwine. And he will go to the line to have a chance to cut this to a 1-point game. And before we do that, they're checking who the foul was on. It'll be on Matt Severide, and that'll be Severide's 3rd foul. Sprang has 2, so it's the guards there that are in trouble. Nobody else in any difficulty. Nobody for Huron has more than 2. Chad Feldy, who has not played since early in the game, is going to come back in here, and Severide will come out.
Well, the problem Mitch is running into, Sprang with 3, and now Severide with 3, is that Elwine's moving so well without the basketball. You've got to chase him all over, and then when he does get the ball, you've got to get in his face, and there's been some bumping going on. Kernels have gotten whistled for some fouls against Elwine.
10 points now for Jay Elwine. He hits the free throw. It's a 1-point game, and back in the lineup is Ryan Tim. He will replace Neil Campbell. Campbell's got 2 fouls. That's a good move here by Tom Reed. Don't chance a 3rd foul here with less than a minute now to go in the first half. Ryan Miller will come across the timeline. Bounce pass, Jared Anderson into the corner to Thielen. Thielen starts his move out front, cut off, goes inside to Dan Anderson. He'll wheel, take the jumper, too strong. Spencer White has it. 40 seconds to go. Gives it off to Ryan Tim. He'll bring it across. Huron can take the lead with a basket. They're down by 1. 30 seconds to go in the half. Elwine way out front. Feldy's got him now defensively. Gives it off to Tim. Looks like Huron's just holding on here now for 1. Didn't look like it when they first came down the floor, but now they're letting the clock wind down. 18, 17 seconds. Ford hands it off to Elwine. So we're going to have ourselves a tight one here at halftime. Elwine will pull up for a 3 now. No good. Rebound, Jared Anderson. 7, 6 seconds. Gets it off left side, Feldy. Across to Ryan Miller. Fouled with 3 seconds. And he'll go to the line for 2. Nice transition. Feldy with a pass across the lane to Ryan Miller. And Miller will shoot a couple.
Well, the Huron fans up making the travel sign, and I think the Kernels got away with the travel. Feldy looked like took a shuffle step, tried to get the bounce pass to Miller, and Miller took it strong to the hole.
28-27. Kernels with the lead. Miller with the first one up, and no good. Well, as we said, Ryan Miller is not a great free throw shooter, 66% on the year. And the Kernels as a team are only 5 of 12, and now Miller will make the second one. So he's had a huge first half. 3 seconds now. Huron to throw it in. They're looking, still looking. They get it to Moores in the backcourt. Half court. He lets it fly. No good off the glass. Mitchell will lead by 2 at halftime. A great basketball game. The score at the half.